Good evening. One person has died and a police car has been damaged in a spate of 3 accidents on the F4 freeway at Westmead tonight. From the scene, Tim Lester reports.
Police have been talking to eyewitnesses in an effort to understand how 3 seemingly separate accidents could occur within minutes at the same point on the F4. It appears the trouble began when a westbound motorcycle collided with a Tirana. A female motorcyclist was killed. A police car which tried to go to the victim's aid was then hit by another vehicle. The cause of a third 2-car collision is a mystery. Police are slowing traffic around the scene and are yet to release any other details on the fatality. Tim Lester, Eyewitness News.
An attempted round-the-world yacht trip by 4 Australians came to an abrupt halt off Brisbane's Stradbroke Island today. The 4 were rescued from their yacht just a day out of port as it sank after striking a submerged object.
The Siren had only been at sea for 8 hours when it started taking water. A dramatic rescue bid was launched using 2 RAF Iroquois after it was found the pumps on board had failed to stop the flow. Efforts were made to winch personnel down to the boat, but the appalling conditions made the attempt impossible. Deciding it was just too dangerous using a winch, the 4 crew were snatched on board Southport rescue craft.
We were fairly well prepared, and as Ray said, we thought that we could keep the water out of it and keep going. It didn't work out that way.
And yourselves, you're fine?
Yeah, great. Yeah. No problem at all. Cold.
The men say that they will go back to the boat when things are calmer to try and salvage what they can. Richard Fitzgerald, Eyewitness News.
Mobile random breath testing is to be introduced on a trial basis along the New South Wales central and north coasts. The 6-month experiment, announced by the Police Minister George Paciulo, will run in conjunction with a reassessment of the state's RBT program.
The New South Wales coast between Taree and the Queensland border has been chosen for the experiment. Targeted for mobile testing are roads commonly used to avoid stationary RBT units and high accident areas. An accident in the Blue Mountains west of Sydney this morning closed the Great Western Highway for 8 hours. An army truck lost its load of construction materials. A crane was used to clear the road. Traffic was banked up for kilometres until 6:30 this evening. And in peak hour morning traffic, rescuers had to cut the roof from a car to free its driver. The 25-year-old Mona Vale woman was pinned between her vehicle and the pole it hit after losing control on Pittwater Road. She was taken to Royal North Shore Hospital and is in a serious condition.
Organisers of the First Fleet reenactment voyage are confident their voyage will continue, though a sponsorship deal has yet to be finalised. As the 11 participating tall ships rested at anchor in Rio de Janeiro harbour today, their future was being discussed in Sydney.
Switzerland Insurance has been among several companies to show interest in saving the historic project. Today, executives from the huge marine insurer met with reenactment company officials, but sought an audit of the company's books prior to making any commitment. Even so, project organisers are confident they will attract the $1 million needed to cover charter fees for the next leg of the journey. The chief organiser told Steve Liebman he was expecting the fleet to be rescued and that it would only need rescuing the once.
It's the extra $1 million is really just going to get us from Rio to Cape Town. After Cape Town, our bookings are very strong, and it's from then on that there's a real viability to the project.
Jonathan King says with the needed sponsorship, the fleet will still make Sydney on January 26th. Tim Lester, Eyewitness News.
Another day of scorching heat in Greece, though there's some relief in sight at last. But as the temperature rose again today, so did the death toll. Officially, 700 have died in the heatwave, but unofficial estimates put the count as high as 1,000. Greeks sought relief on the beaches, in fountains and in every spot of shade. There was no let-up for hospitals as the elderly and people with heart and breathing problems suffered most. But relief is on the way. Temperatures in the north are dropping and predictions are they will return to normal in Athens in the next day or 2. And finally, tomorrow's weather. Cool tonight with early morning fogs, then scattered showers during the day. An expected top for the city of 17 degrees tomorrow. It'll get down to 9 degrees overnight throughout the metropolitan area. And that's the news to this moment. We'll have more news for you in our Daybreak program at 6 in the morning. And Steve Liebman and I will be back at 6 tomorrow evening with the main news. Good night.